Do it.
Oh, hi guys.
Are you ready for me to blow your mind?
No, but seriously, you should probably watch the end of the video because this is really interesting and you probably don't know this. With all the bad takes on Stormclaw floating around, I really feel responsible to make sure you guys get the best information possible. But this information is probably useful to you even if you're not using Stormclaw. I've been extremely meticulous with my testing, so I can guarantee you that I have the best setups. There are only a couple of choices that you'll make with the Stormclaw build. As you can see in my Poison Claw AoE setup, I recommend Flicker Step and Ursine Strength as the keystone passive. That's going to allow you to have your ult up more often and utilize that Malignant Ring. In that setup, we're also using Tempest Roar and the X-Falls Ring, and it's just really quick and really great for clearing packs of enemies. Alternatively, if you're looking for something that's just great all around, that's what my ultimate Stormclaw build is for. In that build, we swap our boots for Symbiotic, and we change our keystone passive to Natural Balance. This is not only going to give you a constant barrier and unstoppable, but it's also going to give you 35% more werewolf armor on your boots. This allows us to hit the armor cap without having to use Disobedience, which frees up an extra spot for Aspect of Might. So we gain a ton of survivability and maintain amazing DPS. Now I spent a lot of time doing the testing today, so let's jump into that and I'm going to show you what I got. First off, on the left I'm going to have no attack speed bonus, and then on the right I'm going to have with swooping attacks. This should be a 10% attack speed bonus. As you can see here, we're barely getting a 4% attack speed increase. This one is by far the most confusing result from these tests. Next up we have no attack speed bonus, and then we're gaining almost 70% attack speed bonus from our Ravenous. As you can see, Ravenous is giving us over 50% attack speed bonus, but it's not 70%, so we have to assume that we lose some attack speed the higher we go. Now for the rest of these, we have a baseline of a maxed out 100% bonus attack speed. That's because we're using Moonrise and Ravenous. And then on the right we have with swooping attacks added in. As you can see here, there was no change when we added swooping attacks. This means that the Spirit Boon is completely useless in this build. Next up on the left we have our 100% attack speed bonus again, but on the right we're activating our Blood Howl for the 15% attack speed. Here you can see with that 15% we're getting under 6% attack speed bonus. This further confirms that we're losing attack speed the higher we go up. Next up we've got that baseline 100% attack speed on the left, and then on the right we're activating Accelerating. As you can see here, we're getting 11.6% increase, which is about half of the effectiveness. The next test has the 100% on the left, and on the right we have 45% increase from Rapid. Again, we have about a 22% increase, so this is about half the effectiveness. Next up, I went in my Paragon boards and I removed the attack speed in the Paragon boards. I took off 9% attack speed, and there was no change. This means that the attack speed in the Paragon boards acts the same way as swooping attacks, which means we're not actually getting that bonus. I'll go ahead and apologize now, but you're going to have to retweak your Paragon boards. Now you might be able to guess where this is going. I did the same thing with the gloves, and it's the exact same thing. Based off of this information, you now have a decision on whether or not you want to try and get that last little bit of attack speed from your Paragon boards or from your gloves. That can mean an extra stat on your gloves or an extra few points in your Paragon boards. With these stats, all we need to do is make sure that we have 100% attack speed in our stats when we're attacking with Ravenous. Just for reference, without any attack speed on my gear or in my Paragon nodes, I actually almost hit 100% already. So you won't need much here, something like 5 to 10%. Next up on the left, we have our 100% bonus, and on the right, we have Accelerating, Blood Howl, and Rapid combined together. This is an 85% bonus that translates to just under 40%. Next up on the left, we have the 100% bonus, and on the right, we have Basic Skill attack speed on our helmet. This is a 15% attack speed stat, but we're only getting about 5.5% increase. That's identical to the 15% from Blood Howl. Finally, I combined everything together, and on the left you see the 100% attack speed, and on the right what should be 100% is actually 38.67%, which is only less than 0.5% higher than our previous one without the 15% extra attack speed. Now what can I draw from this? First off, none of the attack speed actually increases as much as it says. Secondly, once we get to 185% attack speed bonus, it seems like there's some type of cap, and we're not able to even get the reduced benefit we would think we would get. So what does this mean for our builds? Any build with swooping attacks is trash. We're able to reclaim some points in our Paragon board and use them elsewhere. And I'd say the priority on attack speed is lower than we thought. Now, of course, attack speed is useful for more than just damage, so we still want to have a lot. I'll make sure all of my guides are updated to be as good as possible based on this information, and I'll answer any questions you guys have in the Discord. But on that note, Daddy Druid out.
They lied to us.